Hey everyone, welcome back to Cruise Blog. This is Elizabeth, and today we're going to talk about my bizarre experience at Royal Caribbean's specialty dining restaurant Wonderland that ended up being one of the best meals of my cruise. Let's get into it. From the whimsical decor to out-of-this-world, imaginative cuisine, Wonderland is Royal Caribbean's specialty restaurant that is meant for adventurous eaters. I tried the restaurant for the first time while on board Symphony of the Seas, and everything about the experience exceeded my expectations. The exterior of the restaurant makes it hard to miss. You are transported into a fantasy world before you even step inside. The price to dine at Wonderland is currently $59.99 before gratuity. The decor is loosely based on the magical world of Alice in Wonderland. It makes it so that the entire experience is immersive. It's not just about the food. You'll see references to clocks and time, rabbits, including chairs with rabbit ears, as well as red and blue goblets that symbolize the drink me and eat me potion and cake that cause Alice to shrink and grow. As soon as I walked through the doors, I was greeted by the Mad Hatter, who escorted me down to my table. From there, I was introduced to my culinary guide, aka my waiter for the evening. He was the one who walked me through the menu as well as provided suggestions for each and every course. He never actually provided a physical menu though. Instead, the menu acts as part of the restaurant's table setting. My culinary guide instructed me to dip the paintbrush into water and stroke it across the easel. When I did so, the menu magically appeared. The menu is broken down into and inspired by 5 different natural elements: sun, ice, fire, earth, and sea. The first 3, sun, ice, and fire, are the appetizers, while the latter 2 make up the entree dishes. The sun element focuses on vegetable dishes that have been playfully reinvented. Ices are chilled to exhilarate the palate, and the final appetizer element, fire, radiates wonderful warmth. My culinary guide said that most guests usually are surprised by 5 different appetizers, but you can select them if you really want to. The first appetizer we got was the bird's nest. Presentation-wise, I think it was the most impressive of the evening. To reveal the eggs, a lid was lifted off to release a thick cloud of smoke. When the dish was brought out, I could not even see what was inside due to the smoke. The 2 buffalo chicken eggs were served on top of a bed of dry noodles. The yolks had been mixed with blue cheese and hot sauce. However, they were not as creamy as I had expected. But honestly, I'm not even sure what I was expecting. The next appetizer was the reconstructed caprese, which is honestly a great dish for picky eaters. 3 tomatoes were served on top of goat and bocconcini cheeses with a blue cheese meringue and basil puree. The middle tomato, however, was actually reconstructed. To successfully accomplish this, a tomato is first hung to dry, drained, and then blended with agar and Bloody Mary mix. While that may sound a bit complicated, it really didn't taste much different than a regular caprese salad. It was actually really fun too, as I had to tap the reconstructed tomato to break it open. Next was the liquid lobster. Despite the name of this dish, there was, in fact, a chunk of lobster that was topped with caviar. Reading liquid lobster on the menu, that wasn't really what I expected, so I was pleasantly surprised. After the bird's nest, this was my second favorite appetizer. I was most disappointed with the Mad Hatter's purple potted shrimp, as it was a single shrimp served in a holographic mini mug that lacked the Scotch bonnet flavor that was indicated on the menu. The 2 entree elements are earth and sea. Earth dishes are grounded in whimsy, while seas are oceanic inspirations from the tide of the imagination. For my entree, I ordered the rib eye luscious short rib that was finished with a white wine reduction sauce and served with mashed potatoes. The generous sized portion of meat was cooked for 5 hours and served with red and yellow relish, pumpkin sauce, and a beet puree. Truthfully, it was probably the best short rib I have ever had. There's not a dessert menu, so you'll have to be prepared to be surprised by your culinary guide. The desserts, though, are where Wonderland shines. I would return to the restaurant just for them. Not only are the presentations fun, but they are delicious. I would argue that they even taste better than they look. The mystical mushroom garden was comprised of 3 different mushrooms. The large center one was made of white chocolate pistachio mousse, while the 2 little ones were infused with cayenne pepper. They had an interesting kick that I'm not really used to with desserts, so the small side of mango sorbet was a really nice touch. The second dessert was a chocolate orb called The World. A warm chocolate sauce was poured over top of the orb, which broke down the chocolate exterior to reveal a vanilla ice cream and peanut butter interior. Throughout my dinner, I had the chance to try 2 of their signature cocktails, Down the Rabbit Hole and the Cheshire Cat Cosmo. While I thought the concept of the Cosmo was better, I preferred the taste of Down the Rabbit Hole. It was crafted with Belvedere pink grapefruit vodka, Saint Germain, fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, and a little bit of sparkling wine. You got to choose if you wanted a red or blue pill at the bottom, referencing the same eat me and drink me potions as the goblets. With the Cheshire Cat Cosmo, you get to watch the cotton candy dissolve when the cocktail potion is poured on top of it. However, I think this really might be one of the sweetest cocktails I have ever had. So, should you eat at Wonderland? Wonderland caters to guests who want to take their taste buds on a culinary journey unlike any other. Most of the dishes are rather unconventional. I mean, have you ever seen liquid mushrooms on any other menu? So, to get the most out of your experience, you need to be open-minded and willing to try new things. That being said, it is still possible to have a good time at Wonderland even if you are a pickier eater, as your culinary guide will help you choose appetizers and entrees based on your likes and dislikes. Due to the preparation methods, you will still need to be prepared for dishes unlike anything you've ever had. From decor to service and food quality, it's easy to say that this was one of the best meals I had on the cruise. If you don't think Wonderland is for you, but you still want to step inside this fantasy world, there's a bar that's located on the top level. You do not need to make reservations for it, and you can use your drink package there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified when we post a new video. Until next time, happy cruising, everyone!